For those of you who don't already know what this is, let's play the full 40-second audio clip known as duckjob.wave.
Oh my god, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh my god. Oh yeah, play with my balls. Play with my balls. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, just roll them around in a circle. Oh my god, I love it when you... Uh-oh, slow down. Don't move. I'll go get you a towel.
Alright everybody, hello and welcome back. If this is your first time stopping by, allow me to invite you to this series we have here called 90s Internet. In this series, we take a look at fads and media that enjoyed wide circulation online in the 90s. And then we'll also try our best to unpack everything we may want to know about the topic at hand. Today's topic is duckjob.wave. What is this? Who did this? Who were the people laughing? Where is the duck man now? How did I first encounter this? Unfortunately, I will only be able to answer some of these questions. Alright, tomatoes and tomatinas, this one is old. Notice how it wasn't even a video? This is before badday.npeg, which we already covered. This is before the Ate My Balls fad, which we will cover soon, and frankly I would have done it by now, but the thing is I underestimated how deep the ball waters of the Ate My Balls fad can get. And that is why today I bring you duckjob.wave. Now just like before, I'm going to have to do a little detour on how I found this media, providing some insight on what 90s internet was like. Just like before, I'll have a timestamp in the pinned comments, and you'll be able to click on that so you can skip all this and get to the real answers to the real questions. So when I first came across this, I wasn't even using the internet. My mother and my uncle were using IRC. This is Internet Relay Chat. It's old, it's ancient, still has some use today. Specifically, they were using MIRC, which is a client for IRC. So, you know, this was before Discord, and this was before Discord soundboards. If a user types /sound and the file name of a sound clip, the client-to-client protocol will send a message to all the users, and that message would then play the sound file. So example, you know, let's say you're hanging out in a chat room, someone types /sound space duckjob.wave, everyone's gonna hear the file. But there are some conditions. You must have the accept sound request options enabled, and you must also have the sound file in MIRC sound directory, and obviously you must have sounds enabled. When all these conditions are met, anyone who has a sound file will have to endure listening to the sound file anytime anyone successfully sends the /sound command. What a bunch of shit, right? So one day I was in the living room or the kitchen maybe, and I heard Donald Duck's voice from the computer. In the computer room. Whoa!
Oh my god.
It's Donald Duck from the computer. No, trust me, this was revolutionary, mind-blowing. Before then on computers, I had only heard sounds related to the Windows operating system, sounds from the PC speaker, sounds for a game like Doom 2, and also this CD from a company called Chestnut. They had this CD that had poorly compressed video of the Three Stooges, all of their public domain shorts. Not a DVD, a CD. That was the first time I ever encountered AVI, and it sucked. No DivX or Xvid or anything like that. Just pure Microsoft AVI. You know, I actually don't remember what came first. Was it the Stooges CD or Duckjob? Anyway, I rushed over to the computer room. Where's Donald Duck? Is that Donald Duck? I was laughing my ass off. I wasn't even old enough to know why it was so funny. It's just Donald Duck, and he's making noise. And that's all I needed. So that's how I first encountered it. I imagine some of you out there first encountered it on BBSs and usenets and email chains, but eavesdropping on someone else's abuse of MIRC sound request functions is how I first heard it. Of course, this sound clip only got funnier when I got older, when I understood what was happening. Before we get to the real answers to the real questions, I also need to remind everyone who wasn't an early adopter of the internet that short audio clips and MIDI files, that was all you're ever going to get. MP3 didn't come until later. Well, It's been around and they were files, but you needed a better computer, a better internet connection, and you also had to know that you could just download the software. You didn't have to buy a CD like I did at Fry's Electronics, which is also where the Chestnut CD came from with the Stooges. But for music in our video games, we were still using audio directly from the CD. And if it was stored on the computer, it would be a subset of MIDI like the ID music format or IMF. Or, if you had a sound card with chips capable of ad-lib or FM synthesis or mod. You know what? This is we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into old digitized music formats for old computer games. So let's get into it. Let's find out who this guy is.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Buzz Sutherland.
Oh yeah.
Buzz Sutherland is a stand-up comedian based out of South Carolina. In the times of Duck Job, though, I don't know if he hailed from a different state, but I'm going to pretend he's been in South Carolina the whole time. He's been on HBO's Comic Relief, MTV's Half Hour Comedy Hour, host of Disney Kids Connection, and many other things, I'm sure. You can book him still today. Latest thing I found was produced a year ago, a special he performed for Open Bar Comedy, which you can find on YouTube in full. I'll link it in the pinned comments. On my ancillary channel, Tom Yunk, you can find a rare performance of him doing Duck Job live, but unfortunately, this isn't the old live performance I remember. I do have a memory of investigating this very question back in the early 2000s, so I visited the Wayback Machine and found Buzz Sutherland's old website, which uses the Comic Sans font for his webpage, but there it is, the file, the story, and the man himself wearing a Donald Duck t-shirt. The radio station he says his infamous duck was featured on was a radio station with the call signs of KOTH, but I can't find any information on it. In fact, this is just an assumption. I don't know if KOTH was actually a show or if it was a segment of a show. I don't know. I can't find anything about it. I've exhausted digging around in the Wayback Machine. On Last.fm, I found something that credits the Bob and Tom show as it relates to Duck Job, but I can't verify if that was a segment on the Bob and Tom show. The only thing I know about Bob and Tom is that WATP did a roast of them. They did their version of Opie and Anthony's Jocktober, and they roasted that radio show. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have any more information. If anybody knows any more information, leave a comment. I'll try reaching out to him somehow. So there you have it, folks. Duck Job. Hope you enjoyed it. I loved it. I love Duck Job. Oh man, I could use a Duck Job. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.